Wait for some people to join in real quick. What's going on, you guys? Michael Myers here. Welcome back to a brand new video. I'm going to be doing another live discussion. Going to be talking about some recent horror news. There's quite a few stuff I'm going to be talking about, if you guys could see from the trailer. Or not the trailer, what am I saying? From the thumbnail. From the thumbnail, of course. Some of this news has been out for like a week or a little more. But it's like my first time just having a chance to tell you guys about it. So yeah, we're going to start off with, of course, Halloween Ends. There's like this whole thing going on right now about Halloween Ends. To start off, something good. We got a new photo, a new still from the movie, which is actually pretty cool because it is kind of reminiscing to the original movie. You could say this is a fun nod. Here, I'll show you guys that picture that came out today. Here it is. It's of Laurie and Michael Myers. As you guys can see, you guys should know by now what this is trying to resemble, or the Easter egg that comes with it. Michael Myers looks pretty cool in this shot. There you got Laurie right there. But yeah, so as you guys can see, that is a nice homage, nice nod to the original movie. Of course, when Laurie stabbed him in the neck. It's like it's playing reverse now. Michael Myers is gonna be, it's flipping the tables on Laurie now, which is pretty interesting. There's been like a lot of Easter eggs, references to the other Halloween movies in these Blumhouse movies. I mean, the first 2018 movie was just packed with Easter eggs, like scene after scene. Same thing with Halloween Kills. There was like a reference each scene, which, don't get me wrong, I think that's pretty good. It's pretty nice. It's a nice nod. They're paying homage to the original films. So yeah, it is pretty cool to have it in there, but to have it like at a point where it's scene after scene, it does come a little distracting, at least to me. Don't get me wrong, it's great to see that, but I don't think it will. I think it'll just be the same with Halloween Ends. I think we're gonna have Easter egg after Easter egg. But I mean, that's not a big deal. It's not like the end of the world. It's not like I'm not gonna enjoy the movie because of it. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. It has Michael Myers has the knitting needle to Laurie in this one. Pretty nice. Now, the main thing about what people are talking about, the main headlines of Halloween Ends right now, is everyone saying that the ending has been spoiled for us. I guess the Halloween End soundtrack has been leaked. I'm not, because honestly, same thing with the Halloween Kills. I remember the soundtrack did come out before the movie did. But I've never, like right now, the Halloween Ends soundtrack, I think, is supposedly out now, and I just haven't listened to it. Same thing with the Halloween Kills. I didn't listen to it. I just listened to it, I guess, when the movie came out. When it comes out in the movie, if I really do like for example, the 2018 soundtrack, I think that was a great soundtrack, man. I really did love it. I even own a freaking copy of it. So yeah, that one I had to listen to it after I saw the movie. But yeah, I'm not the type of individual who would, like, the soundtrack was leaked and then I'm gonna go on the internet, try to look for it, listen to it. Like, I'm gonna just wait till the movie comes out. Let's see how the soundtrack blends in with the movie, if I like it or not, and then from there, that's up to me if I, want to listen to it at its entirety. But I mean, so yeah, I haven't heard of the soundtrack. I can't tell you if it's, I can't tell you my opinion because I haven't heard it. But But I mean, it should be something all right, because the Halloween Kills one was pretty decent as well. But yeah, my favorite so far has been the 2018. But pretty much this soundtrack that was leaked, of course, some people already heard it, and based from the track listing. Now, of course, this is gonna contain spoilers. If you don't really want to get spoiled, as of yet, you might want to click off. I mean, but I'm pretty sure you guys are more excited than anything. You guys are more excited to learn more news. Like some of you guys just don't care about it. Like me, I don't really care about it. Like I don't really look for it. Like I'm not constantly on the internet looking for Halloween ends updates or stuff like that. I just rather wait to watch the movie. Um, but pretty much the soundtrack, the track listing has a a track in the soundtrack, and it's called Laurie's Fate. I tried looking for this, at least the what's it called, the track listing, but it doesn't come out. But look, there's these I guess there's leaks on YouTube where people already are listening to it. Like look, this is one. I guess this is like a post from Twitter. But so yeah, there's a track on here that it's titled Laurie's Fate. So pretty much we're getting the ending to this damn movie spoiled already. And not just that. I did watch a little video before I went live stream. Because I wanted to see what was going on with the updates as of just to make this video, and this was like the main thing that came out. So I kind of read a little bit about it to kind of know what I'm gonna talk about. But pretty much, man, I guess people been having like rumors or leaks, whatever you want to call it. Because there is those people as well, like, which is all good. People are really like pretty much daily try to make a video on each update that we get daily, stuff like that. But like I said, it's all good. But some people actually, I guess, have heard rumors for quite some time now. I guess they came from like people who saw the screenings or whatever, the test screenings. Supposedly Myers at the end of the movie, he's gonna be getting killed like by Laurie and the granddaughter, like pretty much like taking him to like this junkyard, and that's where they like stab him into pieces, something like that. And another track that was leaked, of course, the title of it is called Junkyard. So some people are saying that speculation, those rumors about that supposed ending, some people are saying it might be true, because I mean the soundtrack has a title named Junkyard, so it must be true. So yeah, I guess people, I guess people are just, it's starting to all make sense now. It's all starting to come together because people have their resources as well. So, I mean, it wouldn't be surprising. There's a certain point where, okay, it's rumors, speculation. But now I feel now I think we're kind of far away from it. I think we're now closer to what's actually going to go down in the movie, because I mean we need a month left for this movie, a little over a month. So I think this possibly might be true, this information. But the big one is, man, I guess Laurie's gonna end up dying in this movie. I mean, they have a track on the soundtrack called Laurie's Fate. Who knows? I mean, it's not really surprising. It's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like okay, for sure. Like if anything, I think it'll be better for her to die off finally, not to sound, not like in a fucked up way, but like just so we can move on from the Laurie storyline, move on into something else. That's what I mean, when I say, oh, that's good, or because of course we don't want to see Jamie Lee Curtis die. She's the Scream Queen. But I mean, at certain point, we've seen her die also before. But at certain point, man, I just feel they gotta just kill some of this stuff off so they can move on into something new. Since this is not gonna be the last Halloween movie, at least end it with Laurie. Like that's all I hope for because I think it's about time. I think it's about time, and 10 years from now on, I guess they'll remake it, or probably Blumhouse will continue another storyline. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I mean, these news is not really too big because it's not really surprising news because I mean, anything is possible at this point. Like if Laurie were to end up getting killed off, um, it's it's not like I don't want to say it wouldn't be a big of a deal, but it'll just be like our main hero, I guess, from this movie or from this series ends up dying. But I mean, like I said, it's not surprising because I mean Karen ended up dying in the last movie. Um, but yeah, I mean, we're just gonna have to see what happens. It is kind of a bummer though, how some of this stuff is just getting out. It's leaking. It's getting spoiled. Like for example, me, I just read this little information just to make this live stream. Like I don't really care about spoilers. If I get spoiled, okay, fuck it. Let it be. But I don't like be searching for leaks, trying to get spoiled. But yeah, and I mean, like I've said before, I'm still in the middle with this movie. I'm still like I'm not as excited. I'm not especially after the plot synopsis we got about this copycat Myers killer. We talked about it. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but it just doesn't like I feel something won't. It's not gonna sit right. And we've heard Jamie Lee Curtis say before this movie's not gonna be for everyone. It's gonna have some fans upset um, because of whatever way they're going with. But yeah, let's check out some of these comments. Haddonfield Slasher, what's up? What's up, dude? What's up, man? Glad to have you back on here. Um, yeah, I just decided to go. Hope you guys are doing good. How many tracks of the soundtrack are officially out? Machete Slasher, what's up? I'm not sure how many tracks. Like I tried looking up right now, like the actual track list from the soundtrack, but I couldn't find any. I just saw like these leaks. I guess these images of some of the tracks they have. But I mean, I'm pretty sure it should be as much as the last soundtracks were. I don't think it'll be longer or shorter, maybe, but probably around that number range. But yeah, I mean, I can't wait to hear the soundtrack itself. It's been like like it's kind of a different vibe, or I wouldn't say vibe, but it's a different kind of like you take it differently, like when you listen to the soundtrack in the movie and when you listen to it as its like own thing. So I will be doing that eventually. I will be listening to the soundtrack like at its own, but probably after I see the movie. You know what I mean? But hey, brother, how's everything going? Johnny, what's up, Johnny? Everything's going pretty good, man. Just here, chopping it up real quick about some of the horror news we have gotten. Hope everything is good with you too, man. Glad to have you back on here. So yeah, guys, and also I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been trying to be a little bit more consistent as well since the Halloween season is right around the corner. I got new stuff piling up. I got new stuff. I can't wait to show you guys. So, um, yeah, we'll be doing that. Machete Slasher, I haven't been on the horror stuff for a bit, so I'm not caught up with the leaks. Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing about leaks too, like for quite a while, but I haven't I haven't gone deep into it. Like what exactly they are. So I can't really tell you exactly what these leaks have been, except for this one. About the whole Laurie's fate. Um, people I guess who saw early test screens of the movie, are pretty much like they're pretty much trying to like with their resources trying to say how the movie will play out, like with spoilers. But I mean, I can't really say much because for me, I just rather watch the movie as its entirety. Johnny says Walmart has the Ghostface voice changer. I just picked one up. I did not see the Ghostface voice changer. I did go to Walmart. I did pick up something Ghostface related. So I will be showing you guys that by the end of the live stream. So stay tuned. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Voice changer. I think it's I've never had a voice changer. So if I ever come across it at Walmart, I think I'll pick it up. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I've noticed some of these stores, man. Spirit Halloween too. This year they're stepping it up. They're stepping up with their game because there's just a lot of new stuff we haven't seen before. More horror stuff, which is kind of surprising if you ask me. Made it to the chat. What's up, Matty D? Glad you made it to the chat. I have heard about the two different endings and what they are. Yeah, I mean, I heard about I heard about one, which about the junkyard, but yeah, I'm not really sure. But yeah, I mean, people have different kinds of speculation or different I don't know, or it's also pretty much gonna. I'm pretty sure they shot like various endings, and they just got to go with one, just like they did with Halloween Kills. Like, I guess they're gonna have a theatrical ending, then like a director's cut ending, stuff like that. But I hope it ends everything in a good note, and I hope it's a good ending to this to wrap up this trilogy. But yeah, I mean that's about it for Halloween. And it's just about these leaks, man. Tell me what you guys think. Of course, I don't know. You guys could tell me if you guys are a fan of the synopsis. Personally, not me, but I guess it is what it is. We got to run with it. Um, is it an actual Scream license voice changer, or is it the Fun World one? Yeah, that Johnny, if you got that question, it'll be pretty nice to know. Yeah, I haven't seen it at Walmart, so I'm not really sure, but it'll be pretty. I think it might be Scream licensed, since a lot of the stuff is more licensed nowadays. Whoa. Wolfman got Nards on YouTube made a video on his thoughts on the Halloween Ends copycat killer, and it's a really cool theory. If you check it out, what's your thoughts on his theory? I actually have not seen that, but yeah, I will check it out once I get the chance. Maybe this theory might be a little. It'll probably make the things make more sense, and maybe give it more of a reasoning why there's a copycat killer. But yeah, I will check that out. So on Wolfman Got Nards. Yeah, I'll check that out once I get the chance. I would bring it up, but it would be a spoiler. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I'm not sure about the other people on the live chat. But yeah, I don't really mind for spoilers, but I mean, if the rest of you don't mind, you guys could just go ahead and say it, and you could bring it up, Maddie. Would you rather have an ending where the evil wins, or where the evil wins, or the heroes win? I mean, I feel it'll probably, if anything, it'll be both. Just like always. I mean, based on the trailer. I mean, not the trailer. The poster we got, like with Laurie and Michael back to back. Like, it feels like they're gonna end up teaming up. Which is kind of strange. Like, I even heard they're gonna end up teaming up to kill Corey, the copycat killer, which is strange to me. But what I would have preferred, I mean, to say like have a hero win, it is kind of that's a little too common. So, and then for the evil to win, I feel it will be both, or it'll be either evil, because I know they're trying to push this narrative. Oh, it's Halloween Ends, it's the end. But of course, evil never dies. And if the hero were to win, like let's say Laurie, I just think it'll have more of a chance for them to come back and continue with that Laurie Strode storyline, which I don't really think is necessary now. Like I said earlier, I just think the Laurie storyline should just be laid to rest and just finish it with this one, because I just feel it's constantly repeating stuff, And I know Laurie's a big major key to the series, but I think it's about time for them to move on to something new and different. But I mean, I wouldn't mind either or. But I would have prefer. I think I'll prefer a evil wins kind of scenario, where the Halloween might end, but I mean, pretty much evil is still pretty much have the message as evil never dies. But yeah, I mean, Halloween ends, man. One more month, here we come. I mean, I'm just hoping it's something decent, something worth all of this, and a great wrapping, a great ending to the Blumhouse. But yeah, guys. So now I want to move on to some Friday the 13th. I was gonna make like its own discussion video on just Friday the 13th, like when the news was announced. But yeah, the news has been. First of all, tell me comment down below what you guys think about a new upcoming Friday the 13th, and about the news we've gotten. So it was teased a while ago that Friday the 13th possibly might end up returning for another film, and then a little bit after that, I guess it was like confirmed, because Sean Cunningham, which is the Friday the 13th creator, says Jason Voorhees returns to the big screen 2023. So yeah, I guess it's been on the talks. I guess the lawsuit was settled a while ago, and I'm pretty sure after that they did what they had to do with the lawsuit. They try to pitch ideas, try to see where they'll pick it up, where they'll pick up the Friday the 13th franchise, and I think it's more like I think it's more confirmed and more officially, because also on, like, at first I kind of thought it was more like kind of more speculation, because we've been hearing speculation about new movies for all the time, but I mean, it's coming from the director Sean, and even New Line Cinema. They posted. I'm trying to pull up their Instagram. Hold on, see if they still have it up. But yeah, there's an Instagram post where, and I just came across it randomly. I came across it one day. I was just strolling through Instagram. Or hold on, where's my? Give me just a second, guys. So yeah, New Line Cinema pretty much like dropped this picture on their Instagram. It was like a screenshot of like the what's it called, the like the iPhone screen, like with a message that was delivered or whatever. Here, I don't know if they deleted it or not. Here, I'm trying to pull it up for you guys. New Line Cinema. I don't know if they took it off, guys. It doesn't seem to be here anymore. I mean, they posted a Jason picture not too long ago too. I think it was deleted, guys, from their Instagram. But yeah, pretty much it's here. Let me see if I can find it on Google. It's a screenshot of an iPhone lock screen. Like, a message was like delivered, and it was by Jason Voorhees, and it said something like are you guys ready for Jason? Something like that. I can't recall. Hold on, guys. Give me just a second. See if I can find it on Google. Because, yeah, I think they did delete it off their Instagram. Here we go. Look, it's this right here. New Line Cinema posted this picture right here. You see, it's a lock screen, and it's like an Instagram Jason Voorhees, and it says wants to send you a message, but the caption on it said something like pretty much confirming the new Friday film, which I think was pretty slick, pretty That was okay. Um, but yeah, my thoughts on a new Friday movie. I mean, we all been waiting. It's been 13 years um, since we got a Friday movie, and a lot of people think it's about time. So my thoughts on a Friday movie. Of course, I'm all in for it. New Line Cinema, pretty sure will be behind it. But my thing is, I just hope, it's something refreshing and something new, because I wouldn't want for them to kind of do the Halloween formula on this, and that's what they're doing with every damn franchise now. So it wouldn't be surprising. That's like the new horror trend. They're gonna do it with Exorcist, Blumhouse Exorcist, um, and yeah, I'm hoping it doesn't do that with Friday, because from what I've been hearing, mostly it's gonna be more of like a remake, another remake or reboot, fresh new start, which I prefer, honestly, rather than to just get Friday the 13th Part 2 or whatever, the original, ignore the rest and do a direct sequel to that. I mean, for Halloween it might have worked, but I don't think it's gonna work for everything. I mean, did it work for Texas Chainsaw? No, it didn't. So I wouldn't want to see that, guys. I just wish they would just get off that formula and just try to do something more original, more something new. Um, some people, I even found this article, like Friday the 13th, like, is it really, like, do we really need hold on, like, is a new Friday the 13th movie even necessary, is what some people are trying to push out. um Honestly, it'll be great to get a new Friday movie, of course. We love Jason. We love the Friday movies. Maybe get a new upgraded, a new modern version of Friday the 13th. I would like to see that, man, especially in a movie of today. Um, but at the same time, man, like, I just don't want them to just keep repeating the same stuff over and over. Like, I want them to maybe take it out of Crystal Lake, even though Crystal Lake is like this, is like the main part of this movie. We all get it, but I just hope, like, I know they've done it before. They got out of New York. They got out of Camp Crystal Lake. They went to New York. They went to space. And I hope, and I mean, I hope it still has that Crystal Lake um, in there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't do this movie in Crystal Lake, but maybe do something different. Maybe where it plays out different. Um, but yeah, because if we get another remake, another pretty much retelling of the first few films, like, it'll just be just another remake, man, and it wouldn't be taken as serious, um, especially with the Friday movies. Like, that's pretty much how slasher movies ended up at a point. Like, no one really cared for them because they were pretty much the same thing over and over. Halloween, Friday, Nightmare on Elm Street, but I think they really do have the chance for them to do really something outstanding, something different, where people would take more interest and look more forward to these movies. Especially when it comes to Friday. I just think there's a good chance. I mean, if they're really smart and they're really thinking out of the box for a little bit, I think they could do something legit and something different. Like, it don't matter if it's a remake um, or a sequel. If they do a sequel, it'll probably be just another, probably just another Halloween 2018. Same way I felt with the Texas Chainsaw movie that came out on Netflix. That was like Halloween 2018 all over again. Like, I don't want to see that, guys. I just want something good for this franchise, for this new film, because I mean, been it's been 13 years, man. We definitely, I think the fans deserve it. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool though. It's pretty cool. We're finally getting a new film, new Friday movie. Thoughts are Corey won't be the new killer, but his father killer, which would be a cameo by That seems kind of interesting. I mean, yeah, if they were to go with that, I think that's a pretty cool. That's a pretty good like point, like kind of have like the father grandfather be the actual killer, and it's Nick Castle ends up playing him like that. That's pretty nice. Sounds like the ending of for Stephen King's Christian novel. Yeah, and I heard something about that. While I was doing my little research um, before this live stream, when I was reading about these Halloween ends news, I heard something about Stephen King's Kristan. That movie. Something about it, I guess, is gonna be inspiring to this movie. I didn't go too deep into it, but yeah, I heard something like that. But yeah, I mean that would be pretty because it wouldn't make it as bootleg as cheesy as for just probably added that little twist. People think Corey, or they're teasing that Corey is like the new copycat killer, but then it's not even him. It ends up being his dad or his grandfather. Like I think that's pretty legit. But I've been watching your videos for 3 years. Thank you, man. I definitely appreciate it. Glad you're still tuned into the channel. Infinity Dragon. Will you be watching Pearl when it comes out? And did you like X if you watched it? First of all, Pearl, I still don't really know too much about it. And X, I have not seen it yet. I've been trying to see it. I kind of been passing on it. Like I always see it on DVD or Blu-ray, and I always really want to pick it up because I do want to see it. Heard it's definitely a pretty damn good movie. It's one of those old school type of horror movies, like modern horror movies. So that's why I want to see it, because I heard good stuff about it. A lot of new movies that came out I want to see, like The Black Phone. I want to see that one as well. I never got the chance to see it, but yeah. I like to see Jason battle in hell, a continuation of Jason Goes to Hell leading up to the events of Freddy versus Jason. I mean, they could even do that. They could even go to that storyline, even though I don't think it will necessarily be the case. Because if they were to do that, they need to get Robert and stuff. And I mean, Robert has come out on record saying he wouldn't do Freddy no more, but that would be pretty cool, especially in that timeline. Like, New Line Cinema picked up Friday the 13th from Jason Goes to Hell. So if they were to make like a sequel thing, trying to, still continue the original, I don't think they would touch like the first, 8 movies, the first 8 Friday, they're by Paramount. I think, they should definitely maybe continue like after Jason Goes to Hell, because that's when New Line Cinema picked up the franchise. So yeah, that'll be pretty interesting, and it'll be definitely, especially after Jason Goes to Hell, because Jason Goes to Hell is one of those movies that I feel a lot of people really don't like that movie at all. But there's a few people that actually do like it. I do like it. I think it's not a terrible movie. I mean, the story could have been better. Jason's barely in it, but I like the concept of it. I do like the concept, and I mean, pretty nice for them to do something maybe similar. Not as similar, but like as something like in those lines. Kind of get like some inspiration from that timeline, because even Jason himself, he looks different from the rest of the movies. It wasn't as, I mean, you could say it was a little cheesy, but it's not as like cliche and cheesy like the early Friday movies. They should make a prequel to the 2009 Friday 13th about Jason's mom. I mean, yeah, even that. Since the first Friday the 13th movie, like literally there was no Jason. It'll be pretty cool for them to go back and maybe even do a prequel of Jason's mom, in the remake timeline, and end the movie right where the original, I mean, not the original, the first remake, the 2009 remake started. That would be pretty cool. But at the same time, it'll be like if they were to retelling the original Friday the 13th. I mean, I wouldn't mind that idea at all. Like if they were to do just a movie focused on Pamela, like I wouldn't mind that again, even though some people don't really like the original simply for that reason. Just because there's no Jason, it's just Pamela. But I wouldn't mind it if we get another one like that. But if they were to do it different, have it play out different than the original movie, you know what I mean? Like if they were to get new, not like maybe not just focus on Camp Crystal Lake, maybe do something different. You know, maybe have it take place somewhere else. You know, have it like he maybe Jason doesn't have to drown in this version. But I mean, since if they were to do that to the 2009 remake, I mean, it'll be pretty much the exact same thing as the original, since the remake is pretty much like the same origin story. But I mean, it is what it is, man. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing even like a prequel to you know the remake. But I mean, I don't think they would honestly do that. You know, do another movie just on Pamela, because you know Friday the 13th is Jason, so I think it'll be kind of like a gamble for them, kind of like a loss, you know, because people will see this Friday there's no Jason, they're not gonna even mess with it, and I don't think New Line Cinema wants that. I don't think they don't want to lose money. That's the thing, you know, they gotta make it. They gotta make their movie where they gotta take people out of their seats and drive them to the theater, like, you know. But many stuff could happen. Many stuff they could do with Friday. I think I could even give you guys an idea of mine, but I just think it will. Like I've had a few. I kind of thought about it a little bit, but I just rather not like go too deep into it, because I mean, it's just like I don't know. I just don't want to have as too much expectations, you know, because it could just be another retelling, man, another remake. It is what it is. It is what it is, guys. We can't really decide. A new Friday the 13th should be called a new Friday the 13th film should have a active camp going on. Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I still do believe Camp Crystal Lake, active camp should really be in there, because like I said, it's part of the whole series, you know. Camp Crystal Lake, big part of the storyline, the origin story, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I mean, I just hope it's something good. You know, I hope it's not also just a movie so Jason could slash people from left to right. I hope it actually has like a good, decent story and some substance. You know, something maybe make it more of a story structured type of movie. You know, because that's what most of the sequels kind of lack too. Is, you know, they didn't really focus too much on story. Just, you know, the ordinary teenagers getting drunk, having sex, and then Jason slashing them from left to right. Like, I hope it's not just that. I hope there's more to it, more substance. But maybe the new Friday movie could have Jason's dad, at least. Like in the comic book, he was never mentioned in any of the movies. I also think that's I like the idea, you know, because there's obviously comic books of some of these franchises, and you know, and I believe even some of them have already been adapted from some comic books. But even that idea, man, them getting ideas, making like a film adaptation of like a comic book storyline, like I wouldn't mind that neither. And bring Jason's dad into the picture. Okay, that's different. Well, people don't really know Jason's dad, but it's something different. So that's what I think they should really think out of the box. You know, some people don't really like to think out of the box. They don't like to go out of the ordinary, because since us, the fans, we're so used to the classic story, sometimes it's like, oh, we don't, like, they got to stick to the origins of the roots, because if you change this and that, like, it's really not gonna, it's not gonna be, you know, the greatest to some people. But I mean, sometimes you just gotta do that, man. But you gotta do it real cautiously and real know what you're doing. Pretty much know what you're doing and do something good for the fans. So I mean, yeah, that's another adaptation I wouldn't mind either. Probably bring Jason's dad into the picture. You know, maybe have him, you know, Jason, he's already in through his bullshit. Like, honestly, I wouldn't want to see, because we've seen it with the other movies. We've seen, like, the main story of Jason, like kind of like origin story, kind of like same with the remake. I mean, the remake not really. It was just like the beginning scene. The reason why Jason is Jason. Like I just rather them like to begin this movie where Jason's already in his fully rampage. I don't want to see no explanation because we've seen that. We've seen that with the original movies. We've seen it with the remake. Like I don't want to hear too much origin story of Jason. I hope they were like to start out this movie right where Jason's like a few years into killing and he's like already had this impact on Crystal Lake or the city, wherever, you know. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of potential. I think there's a lot of potential. Some people say there's no potential at all because it's just another dumb slasher hockey mask movie. But I mean, if they were to take it serious, there is potential. That's what I think. I don't think it's just another slasher film. I mean, that's how these films were looked at one point. Why do you think a lot of these series have just shitty sequels after sequels? Because most of it was just like a money grab type thing. They didn't really care. They just threw a film like each year, have the machete, the hockey mask slasher with the machete just chasing them, and just whatever, But I hope there's more to it, guys. I hope it's more to it, and I hope it's not Blumhouse. Honestly, I hope it gets picked up by someone different. I mean, it's New Line Cinema. I think New Line Cinema will stay with it. But I guess we're gonna see what happens. Next thing I wanted to talk about on the live stream, Hellraiser. Hellraiser. Everyone was wondering what the fuck happened to Hellraiser. Well, these movies went downhill, man. Straight up. Yeah, I mean the last few ones were shit. I mean, I don't think I never saw Hellraiser Judgment, the very last one, straight to DVD, the one that Heather Langenkamp is in. I don't think I never saw it, but from what I heard, it's still a shitty movie, but it's not as shitty as like the last ones. But yeah, I gotta check that out. But we are now getting a new Hellraiser movie. Yeah, it's a movie, I think. I thought it was a show. Nah, because I remember they were working on a remake, and then at the same time they also announced they were working on like a TV series on Hellraiser by Hulu, and I guess it's a film now. This whole time it was a film. We are getting this Hellraiser movie October 7, 2022. And it is distributed by Hulu. We are getting this movie by Hulu, which is not surprising. I mean, I don't think it would have got a theatrical release, especially, where the Hellraiser series is right now. It's never really been nothing. I mean, I don't mean to say it was never nothing. I meant to say, after the first three movies, like they were straight to DVD. It wasn't like don't get me wrong, the Hellraiser movies are I think a big impact on the horror genre. Especially the original. But I mean, the series never went nowhere. It just went downhill, and they're finally doing a retelling, a remake. So yeah, this is like a remake, reboot. Of course, it's by Clive Barker. It is a reboot of the movie, the 11th film of the franchise. So yeah, and as you guys know, since it was like announced or not announced, but people been talking about they were working on a new Hellraiser. I even heard rumors that that Pinhead was actually going to be a female in this one, and all this time they were right. She's going to be played. Pinhead is going to be played by Jamie Clayton. Here, I'll show you guys a closer look. We did get like 2 new pictures of the first look of Pinhead. So here's the actress who's playing Pinhead, the iconic Pinhead. Okay, and here are the 2 looks. It kind of looks animated for some reason, like cartoonish. It's the CGI, I think. Like it doesn't even look like makeup. I'm pretty sure they did makeup practical effects, but this thing looks like CGI. Look, so this is like the first look of Pinhead, the female Pinhead. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the fact Pinhead's a female? There's a better shot right here. This one right here. Jesus Christ. Reminds me of what's that movie called? Splice? Of that one alien? So yeah, we are getting a major difference. You know, some people don't really care about it, but to me, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind at all. I mean, at first it was kind of like, huh? It is a little strange, you know, Pinhead being a female. But I mean, I guess they have like different storylines. They have different timelines with this Hellraiser stuff as well. Um, so yeah, it is a remake, but this movie is set out to. It's kind of gonna be an adaptation of the 1986 novella, "The Hellbound Heart" by Clive Barker. You know, rather than the original Hellraiser. So it's not gonna be an exactly retelling of the original, which that's good. But it's more of an adaptation to the 1986 novella, "The Hellbound Heart," which I guess is like a novel or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's pretty good news. I mean, Jamie Clayton's gonna play Pinhead, and it is gonna be by Spyglass Media. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't really have too much high hopes for this. I mean, it could be just another shitty Hellraiser movie. But I like how they're changing it a little bit, and I like how I think this one's gonna be a little bit more high budget than the last one. A little bit more out there to the open because this is by Hulu. Hulu is a pretty big, you know, right next to Netflix, you know, streaming platform. So I think people will. It'll be more. There's more promotion to it. I want to say there's more. It's more open. It's more. People are gonna be exposed to it more than, let's say, the last few movies. But yeah, I mean, it's not too bad, guys. I mean, the fact that Pinhead's a girl, it's whatever's, man. I just want to see like this new adaptation of Hellraiser. Hopefully it does work. Which I think there's a chance, man. There's a chance, especially if this girl Jamie Clayton nails it, because you know we could say whatever, you know, oh, it looks like shit based on these pictures, man, but she might kill it. She might kill that role. It's all about the performance, you know. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing. I'm not excited, but I'm interested. It's interesting to see this, you know. But yeah, it'll be pretty cool to see how the Cenobites, how Pinhead and the Cenobites will operate and how they would work in today's modern. Excuse me, in today's modern world. So yeah, I mean, I'm interested, guys. Like I said, I'm not hyped for it. I'm not excited. I'm not going with high hopes, but I just want to see how this thing would play out. Especially, you know, Hellraiser has gotten nowhere. There might be a chance it could maybe come back up, maybe do a sequel. Who knows? But yeah, I will be checking this out once it comes out on Hulu. But yeah, tell me what you guys think about about these news. Nice mask. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2007 as a good as far as yeah, man. I mean, even that would work for a Friday movie, I think. Um, you know, kind of have like a kind of have like kind of also that Pamela element in there. Like I feel they could even balance it out with both of them. Maybe have Jason of course, as the main serial killer, but also maybe have Pamela in there, kind of maybe focus in the past and the present, but not being too distracting, but something in those lines. I'll check out the new Hellraiser, but I don't have high expectations for it. I've been let down so many times by the previous movies. Exactly, man. And like I said, the Hellraiser series is one of those that really never went nowhere. So it's more than likely that we will be disappointed. Um, I'm not saying it's gonna be this great thing, or it's gonna be something. It's gonna be better than the last ones. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I mean, since we've been let down so many times, especially with these franchises that just flopped, uh, like we've been let down so many times, so there's no point in having high expectations. So yeah, that's where I'm at it with it too. I'm not too crazy about it, but I mean, I'm interested. Have you seen the new Predator movie? I have not, or actually, I think I did, because the other day I was at my sister's house, and I think she had like the new Predator movie playing. She mentioned it was like the new Predator movie, and I was watching bits of it. But yeah, I think it's that one. Doug Bradley will always be Pinhead to me. Of course, man. Doug Bradley, Pinhead to all of us. So it kind of sucks. It's like Robert. It's like someone else playing Robert Englund's Freddy. Like Robert Englund will always be Freddy to us. Same thing with Doug Bradley, man. Um, Pinhead was originally a female in Clive Barker's book based on the movie The Hellbound. I don't mind the change. Oh yeah, actually, yeah. Now that you bring it up, you reminded me. I guess. Oh, I guess that's the one that. So Hellbound, the Hellbound Heart is the novel before the movie. The one that pretty much the original was based on, but of course the original they switched it. So I guess it's gonna follow. It's kind of gonna have more elements than to the actual novel than the actual original movie itself. So yeah, I think I've heard that too as well before. That originally Pinhead was a female, in the original novel, but of course they changed it to a guy with the movie. And since that's how we were introduced to Pinhead, that's how we know Pinhead Hellraiser. It seems a little strange to us now, but since Pinhead was a female in the original novel, it's not that big of a deal, because I mean that's the origins of it, and it's pretty nice to see an actual adaptation of the actual origin story. So yeah, I mean, I really don't mind it, guys. I really don't mind it. Like I said, at first it was kind of like strange, like what, really? But I mean, we just gotta, it is what it is. But yeah, I don't really mind. His voice is iconic, definitely, man, definitely. That's the Pinhead voice to the fullest. Doug Bradley. Can you show all your Michael Myers masks? I will, soon. I will be making a horror collection update, so stay tuned for that. I'm stoked. That's great, man. That's great. You like the Crow movies? I've actually only seen the very first one with Brandon Lee, classic movie. I love that movie. But yeah, I guess they're making a remake on that too now. They're gonna have Bill Skarsgård playing Eric Draven, which, since I like the original Crow, I'll give it a chance. But yeah, I love the original, man. I think it's a classic movie. I can't remember which Crow movie it was when he took a plane hostage. Uh, I don't think it was the original. Was it? Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long ass time. But yeah, that's the only one I saw. I think the sequel is called like City of Angels or something like that. Yeah, I never saw those because they didn't have Brandon Lee, so I didn't really care too much. But yeah, it kind of does suck. I mean, The Crow is one of those movies that took a while for them to remake it. And just how Hollywood is, they remake everything so damn quick. I was expecting for them to do like there's still a few films out there, the classics that have not been touched to this day, and probably eventually they'll end up getting touched. Jaws, The Crow, haven't got a remake. Even Scarface, like Scarface is definitely a classic that you know that never been touched. And to me, the one that kind of blows me more away is Jaws. Jaws, because I mean that's such an iconic movie, such a classic, and especially how today's technology works. Like I would expect for them to do like a remake or something by now. Do like how they say a new modern version for today's generation. Um, but yeah, Brendan Lee is the only great person to play the Crow. Definitely, man. Definitely. I mean, I can't really tell you how the other guys are. From the sequels, whoever played them after him, because I haven't seen them. But of course, it really. I don't think it's gonna be Brandon Lee, man, because I think he was meant for that role. Um, City of Angels is awesome. Yeah, man. I mean, I might check them out eventually. Now that time has went on. I might even rewatch the original. But yeah, I do own The Crow, the original on Blu-ray. But The Crow has an awesome soundtrack. Definitely. That's the one. Also, another one of the main things I liked about The Crow is the soundtrack itself. Not sure about the Jaws. Yeah, I just don't see it, man. Like I don't like if they were to do that. It's just I just feel that's like they touched the main of the main. Like really, like that's a lot of people's favorite movie. Probably one of the best movies of all time. Jaws. You got scary in it. You got adventure. You got fun, all in one. Like, yeah, it'll definitely suck, man. Um, I'm. Let me know if you guys want to see like a video me talking about Jaws. I know I don't really talk about it. I own the first movie, the first classic. Some people do consider it horror. I mean, me too, kind of, but I don't really talk too much about it. Simply because it's not. I'd rather talk more about actual horror films. But yeah, I love Jaws, man. I love that movie. I can't believe they're remaking Lost Boys. Yeah, man, another classic. Um, yeah, it sucks. It sucks, man. A lot of these movies definitely are getting butchered, especially classic movies like that, man. That still stand the test of time. They're still relevant. They still work in today's world, in today's age. People from today's generation could look back at those movies. They'll look as great, as they did back when they came out. Not sure about Jaws remake, but I do like other Shark Deep Blue Sea. I'm not the biggest fan of shark, other knockoff shark movies, but Deep Blue Sea, man, is probably the best one behind Jaws. I remember I grew up with Deep Blue Sea. My parents had it like in the VCR, like the VHS tape. I remember watching Deep Blue Sea, man, and I also rewatched it like not too long ago too. I think that's a pretty good movie, man. Right behind Jaws, in my opinion. But it's sad that Brandon Lee passed away on the set of The Crow. Definitely, man. Definitely. That's also one of the main reasons The Crow is just so fascinating, simply because of the whole story that went down. But even if he didn't pass away, it still would have been a great movie, man, because he killed that role. It's a great story, and I believe they do even have Crow comic books, which the movie was based on. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely a major loss, man, to lose somebody like that. Um, yeah, I even watched like a few documentaries about it. Like it really, it's a tragic, man. Rest in peace, Brandon Lee. But yeah, guys. I mean, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. I'm gonna show you guys what I picked up at Walmart real quick. Before I leave, I said I was gonna show you guys this piece I picked up at Walmart the other day. They're starting to put their Halloween stuff up. Um, I'm pretty sure you guys saw. Go check out the Halloween 1978 mask review. That's like the latest mask I picked up at Spirit Halloween. But yeah, here's this ghost face hanger that I bought at Walmart. Here, let me show you that guys with tag. That's pretty cool, man. I mean, I still haven't really like touched it too much, but I guess if you like take out like the rubber band or whatever it has, It's like the whole robe, as you guys can see right there. Even the drapes. Here, hold on. Let me get you guys a better angle of this thing. Here it is. So yeah, this was pretty cool, man. Only 13 bucks. I was like, why not? You know, I would definitely like to hang this up. You know, like I said, in the bottom, it's like tied up. If I untie it, it's gonna be like the whole robe, which is pretty cool, man. You could even probably turn this into like a figure. You know, even has the hands right there, and it comes with the knife, so you guys can see. Guess it's like meant to be displayed with both hands up. Hold on, trying to get a good angle for you guys. So yeah, you see, once you lift up one arm, both of them lift up. So yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I'm gonna mess with it a little bit. I like, you know, I thought the mask was gonna be like foam, but it's actually like plastic, you know. But it also, like the inside, whatever is holding like the head or whatever, it is foam. But yeah, the mask itself, the head, it's not foam. It's actually plastic, which is pretty cool. And you know what? They also had the Dead by Daylight Devil Ghostface mask. You know, the hanger of the Devil Ghostface, which was pretty cool. I was kind of hesitant, like on which one should I get. But I mean, I went with the classic. I went with the classic Ghostface. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool piece, man. I think it's if you guys come across this at Walmart, I recommend it. I mean, I will be hanging it up here in my horror room, probably even outside, just you know, for the entrance, because I think it's pretty cool. You found yeah at Walmart, yeah, yeah. They also had the Dead by Daylight Devil Ghost face, which is pretty cool, you know. And I've kind of before I would kind of go like on eBay, I would look at some old school Ghostface hangers type things, and they're pretty expensive, man. So I guess they came out with this year, and pretty cheap, man. 13 bucks. Definitely can't beat it. So if you guys come across this, I recommend it. I just think it's a pretty cool display piece. Oh yeah, yeah. I did. I also saw the Spirit version when I went to Spirit Halloween. It's not. Yeah, it is a little bigger. It's a little bigger ghost face than this one. This is a out here. It says it's a 36 inch. This is a 36 inch prop decoration. So yeah, I did see the Spirit Halloween, and yeah, it was a little bit more pricey, so I didn't get it. But yeah, I actually have seen Spirit Halloween's version as well. But yeah, man. I mean, I can't wait to go back to Spirit, man. I can't wait to go grab a few more things. A lot of cool stuff. You know, they stepped up their game for sure. But yeah. I mean, once I go back, I will be doing walkthrough number 2 of Spirit Halloween. I also am gonna be going to Halloween Ends. Okay, talking about Halloween, I will be going to Party City. Party City has the, you know, like the price, you know, the item of the prices, you know, where they stock up the mask. They already have the price for the Halloween Ends mask. It says Halloween Ends mask 79.99. The Halloween Ends mask will be 80 bucks this year. I remember Halloween Kills, it was 70 bucks. You know, normal Trick or Treat Studios is around 60 bucks. But prices are going up, man. It's going for 80 bucks, which I think is crazy. But yeah, I can't wait, guys. Halloween Ends. The Halloween Ends stuff is dropping September 19, I believe so. From what is said on the Trick or Treat Studios Instagram. September 19, we're getting the official Trick or Treat Studios collection. I can't wait, guys. I know it is a little pricey, you know, 80 bucks. I was like, oh, it kind of even hurt me, like, fuck, like, aren't they 60, 70? But I mean, either way, I'm gonna pick it up, you know. And they even have like the price tag for the knife, you know, Halloween Ends knife, which is pretty cool, man. I mean, little pricey, but I mean, I'm gonna go for it. So I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. All of you guys. Shout out to all of you guys who tuned in tonight. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna leave. Of course, I'm gonna leave this live stream up whoever saw it later on. Comment down below, man, your thoughts, your expectations about the topics, the horror news and updates we talked about today. And yeah, man, Halloween season is right around the corner. Got more content for you guys, new costume tests as well. So yeah, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Have a great rest of your day today. Thank you guys for watching. It's Michael Myers signing out.